God made the world, but the Dutch made Holland. It's an old saying, and not without reason. For half of Holland is below sea level, and the Dutch people have fought since the Middle Ages to save the country from inundation and erosion. They found ways to push the sea back and reclaim the land. It's all part of the Dutch tradition of forcing geography to conform to the needs of Holland. The Dutch may boast, and rightly so, of their modern industrial development, but visitors always prefer to see the old, the uniquely Dutch, and that means tulip country. Holland's production of flower bulbs is big business. Last year, over $70 million worth were exported, with North America as one of its best customers. Tulips, strange as it may seem, originated in Turkey and were introduced in Europe in 1554. Tulip cultivators found that clipping the petals as soon as they blossom increased the quality and strength of the bulb. The petals of the flower are put to practical use in a wide variety of novel ways, artistic and commercial. Flowers are an integral part of Holland, not only to its economy, but for an even more important byproduct, beauty. Almost totally destroyed during World War II, the city of Rotterdam is now becoming Holland's most modern and dynamic city. Rotterdam is the entrance to the greater European river system, and it is the second largest seaport in the world. Holland also has the smallest city, Rotterdam, a world in miniature that is a replica of a typical Dutch city. It's a sort of Holland in a nutshell. Rotterdam not only attracts the youngsters, but also provides the grown-ups with a legitimate excuse to enjoy the doll-sized city. When you land in Holland, you're 13 feet below sea level. Schiphol Airport is built on what was once a lake. Amsterdam is the country's largest city, and in an unusual manner is also the nation's capital. Unusual because the seat of government is in another city, The Hague, 30 miles away. The bicycle is the chief means of transportation. It is said that virtually every man, woman, and child has one. Statues are usually built for military heroes and great public figures. This one honors a very plain and humble man. They call him Mr. Jan, and he's the average Dutch citizen. Today's Mr. Average Dutch Citizen has his mind full of things like automation, electronics, foreign trade, and common markets. However, like his fellow European, Mr. Average Dutch Citizen has a keen attachment to the business of enjoying himself by just sitting around relaxing and watching the passing scenery. As the Parisians go south to Nice and Cannes, the Dutch go west to Scheveningen, a beach resort on the North Sea. Holland, by the way, is not the country's proper name. The official name is the Netherlands, which means, quite aptly, the lowlands. Scheveningen is becoming one of the most popular vacation spots in Northern Europe, a sort of modern, well-planned North Sea Riviera. As might be expected, the Dutch are quite accomplished at all forms of water sports. The most desirable is undoubtedly girl watching. Holland is the most densely populated country in the world. And also, for some reason, the Dutch have the world's longest life expectancy. In some of the old towns, like the fishing village of Marken, the manner of life has not changed very much from the way it was long ago. People still wear the traditional dress of the Netherlands. One would almost expect Hans Brinker to come to life here in Marken. It is almost as if everyone were living inside the pages of a storybook. The clapping of hands finalizes a sale at the cheese market in Alkmaar. The cheeses are carried to the weighing house by teams of porters who still wear the uniform of the ancient cheese guild of Alkmaar. There is enough cheese here to satisfy a whole city of gourmet. According to tradition, a bargain is sealed. The most unusual place in Holland is Barle-Nassau. For in the middle of this old Dutch town is the old Belgian town of Barle-Hertog. It is sometimes difficult to tell in which country you reside. To keep things straight, however, tri-colored number plates are used in Holland and black and red in Belgium. Sometimes the border runs right through the middle of a house and the owner finds himself sleeping in Holland, eating in Belgium, and paying taxes to both countries. Here, the border runs through an outdoor cafe. The man on the left, in Holland, drinks Dutch beer because Belgian beer would be imported and more expensive. His companion, in Belgium, drinks Belgian beer, naturally. She's in Belgium, he's in Holland. If passports are required when they change sides, then table tennis is truly an international game. Even mailing a letter can be a problem depending which side of the street you're on, whether you use a Belgian stamp or a Holland stamp, and of course, which mailbox you post your letter. In Amsterdam, if you're off your trolley, there's no problem at all. You just drop your letter on a passing streetcar and away it goes.